The Constitution of India, Preamble. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution.
A happy day, my dear children. So, shall I begin the class with a small saying? Focus on your destination, not your difficulties. Focus on your destination, not your difficulties. That is what I meant is always focus on your dreams. When you walk on that is when you are trying to achieve a aim or a goal, surely very easily you cannot achieve it. There will be many obstacles. You have to cross or win those obstacles, and then only you will be able to reach that. So no pain, no gain. That is the thing. So many difficulties. Maybe when the thing is, we are taking classes, we are giving you videos, classes, plenty of lessons are there. Maybe when you look into your lessons, writing file completion is very easy now. But the moment you look at your file, nothing is there, my dear children. It's very, very, very easy. That's what I said. Focus on your destination, not your difficulties. We are there to help you. Full support, we are there with you. Along with your parents, we teachers are there with you. Surely you will be able to reach your destination. So shall I continue my class? So this week, that is, I have already started the lesson. Last class I have discussed about the significance of the northern mountain system. Now let us study about the Himalayan rivers. These Himalayan rivers are called as perennial rivers. Why? Because it is already, what do you mean by perennial rivers? Perennial rivers are those rivers which flows continuously throughout the year. Why do you think it flows? How do you think it flows continuously throughout the year? That is, it is snow fed as well as rain fed. That is, these rivers are originating from the mountains. Snow and glaciers are covered in the mountains. So naturally what will happen? During rainy season, rain will be there. It will be full of rain. Otherwise, snow and glaciers will be there, going along with these rivers. So in this particular class, let us learn which are those Himalayan rivers. Very, very important from the examination point of view. They'll ask you to mark in the Indian map. So the Himalayan rivers are the Indus, the Ganga and the Brahmaputra. So the Himalayan rivers, the perennial rivers which originate from the Himalayas are the river Indus, the river Ganga and river Brahmaputra. Now let us see the characteristics, that is from where this river Indus has been originated and to which sea it is joining and which are the tributaries of this river Indus. All these rivers are the rivers that are there in the northern mountain system, that is in the Himalayas. So river Indus is originating from the Kailas ranges near Manas Sarovar Lake in Tibet. Kailas ranges il ninnana evidunnu Manas Sarovar Lake Tibetil ninnana it is taking its origin. It's originating from the Kailas ranges in Manas Sarovar Lake in Tibet. And it is the total length, the actual length of this river Indus, it is also called as river Sindhu. River Indus, the length is 2,880 kilometer, of which 709 kilometers flows through India. And you can see in the map also, Jhelum, Ravi, Chenab, Base are the tributaries. You can see in the map, these rivers, these tributaries, they join river Indus and they flow along Pakistan and they enter into Arabian Sea. Are you getting it, my dear children? So what is this? River Indus is one of the Himalayan river. It is originating from the Kailas ranges in Manasarovar Lake, and you can see in the map the tributaries of river Indus, that is Jhelum, Ravi, Chenab base. These tributaries, they join this river Indus and they will be flowing along Pakistan. They flow along Pakistan and they will be entering into Arabian Sea. That you can see in the map. So, what I said, the first one was river Indus. The tributaries of river Indus, the tributaries like Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, it will be joining river Indus and it flows through Pakistan and it will be entering Arabian Sea. Now the second river, the second Himalayan river is river Ganga. River Ganga, the largest and the longest river in India. India's largest longest river aanu. And from where it is originating, in this we only need to understand from where it is originating, and we have to see the tributaries of this river Ganga, river Indus, river Brahmaputra. River Ganga, it is originating from the Gaumukh caves of Gangotri glaciers. Again, North Himalayan, Himalayas ne thottu idilullathu Gangayanu. It is originating from the Gaumukh caves of Gangotri glacier. That again you can see in the map. And its length is almost about 2500 kilometer. Length എത്രയാണ് ഒഴുകണതിൻ്റെ length almost 2500 kilometer. And the tributaries of this river Ganga are Yamuna, Kosi, Gagra, Gomati. You can see the tributaries in the map. And it joins these tributaries joins river Ganga, and then it will be entering to Bay of Bengal. Are you getting it, my dear children? That is, this is the largest and the longest river in India. It's originating from the Gaumukh caves in the Gangotri glacier. Ellam glaciers are from the glaciers, and almost the length is 2500 kilometer. That and you can see the tributaries of river Ganga in the map. And the tributaries are Yamuna, Kosi, Gagra and Gomati. These tributaries will be joining river Ganga and it will be entering into Bay of Bengal. Clear? This is the second Himalayan river. So the first one was river Indus or river Sindhu, and the second Himalayan river is river Ganga. Now the third one is river Brahmaputra. River Brahmaputra. River Brahmaputra has got different names in different. In India, it is called as Brahmaputra. Indiaile adu Brahmaputra ennaanu paraya. In Tibet, it is called as Sangpo. In India, it is called as Brahmaputra. In Tibet, it is called as Sangpo. And in Bangladesh, it is called as Jamuna. Got it, my dear children? So, Noku, the third Himalayan river is Brahmaputra, river Brahmaputra. In India, it is known by different names in different places. In India, it is called as Brahmaputra. In Tibet, it is called as Sangpo. And in Bangladesh, it is called as Jamuna. Now, let us see from where this river Brahmaputra is originating and which are the tributaries it has got, and by this time you would have understood to which sea it is entering. I said the third Himalayan river is river Brahmaputra. So already I said Brahmaputra, river Brahmaputra is known by different names in different places. In India it is called as Brahmaputra. In Bangladesh it is called as Jamuna, and in Tibet it is called as Sangpo. And it is originating from where it is originating? It is originating from the Chemeyungdung Glacier in Tibet, from the Chemeyungdung Glacier in Tibet. എല്ലാം ഈ റേഞ്ചസ് കൈലാസ് റേഞ്ചസിൽ നിന്ന് തന്നെയാണ് എല്ലാം ഒറിജിനേറ്റ് ആവുന്നത്. പക്ഷേ വ്യത്യസ്തമായ ഒരു പേരാണ് ചെമയുങ്തുങ് ഗ്ലേഷ്യർ ഇൻ കൈലാസ് റേഞ്ചസ് ഇൻ ടിബറ്റ്. And the length is almost 2,900 kilometers. And only out of this it is the length, ഒഴുകുന്നതിൻ്റെ ലെങ്ത് ഏകദേശം 2,900 കിലോമീറ്റേഴ്സിൽ ഒഴുകുന്നുണ്ട്. അതിൽ only 725 kilometer is flowing in India. And the major tributaries are, you can see in the map, the major tributaries are Tista, Manas, Lohit, and Subanashri is there. The tributaries you can see, and these tributaries they join this Brahmaputra, and they flow along with Brahmaputra, and they are entering into Bay of Bengal. These three, river Indus, river Ganga, and river Brahmaputra, you can see the map, and this is very important. They will ask you for their examination. Never they will ask you to write the features of river Ganga or river Brahmaputra or river Indus. They will be asking you to mark the place. The Himalayan rivers in the peninsular rivers in the mark cheyanana paraya, that you have seen in the map. Understood, children? Okay. So children, already you know how this Himalayas. The first we said there are 5 physiographic divisions of India. The first one was northern mountain system. Already we know how these Himalayas were formed because of the convergence of the lithospheric plates. Now the second physiographic division is the Great Northern Plains. The Great Northern Plains, I said. How do you think these plains would have been formed? Extensive deposit made by the Himalayan rivers. ഒന്നോ രണ്ടോ വർഷങ്ങൾ കൊണ്ടുണ്ടായ ഒരു ഇതല്ല, thousands of years due to the deposits made by the major Himalayan rivers like river Indus, river Ganga, and river Brahmaputra for thousands of years has created this plains. Are you getting it, children? That is, how did this plain come into existence? How do you think this plains would have come into existence? Due to the deposit made by the Himalayan rivers, river Indus, river Ganga, and river Brahmaputra. Now let us study some of the features of this Great Northern Plains. This plain is having, that is, it is containing larger, it is also called as the largest alluvial plain. Why do you think it is the largest alluvial plain? Because it is formed by the deposit of river Indus, river Ganga, and river Brahmaputra. So no doubt it is called as the largest alluvial plain. What do you mean by alluvial? The most fertile plain. That is what? Because the deposits of the major rivers it is. Naturally, this will be called as the largest alluvial plain. It is also known as Indus, Ganga, and Brahmaputra plain. And this northern plain is called as the granary of India, food bowl of India എന്ന് പറയാം. ഫുട്ബോൾ അല്ല, ഫുട്ബോൾ പറഞ്ഞാൽ ബോൾ തട്ടല്ല, ഫുഡ് ബൗൾ ഓഫ് ഇന്ത്യ, നെല്ലിൻ്റെ കലവറ എന്ന് നമുക്ക് പറയാം. Why? What is the reason? Because plenty of crops can be cultivated here because of the fertility of the soil. Wheat, rice, everything, sugar cane, എല്ലാം cultivate ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും. Naturally, when cultivation takes place, അവിടെ എന്തുണ്ടാവണം? ട്രാൻസ്പോർട്ടേഷനും കമ്മ്യൂണിക്കേഷനും ഒക്കെ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ മാത്രമല്ല ഇത് കൾട്ടിവേഷൻ. നാച്ചുറലി നെറ്റ്വർക്ക് ഓഫ് റോഡ് ആൻഡ് റെയിൽവേസ് വെർ ദെയർ ഇൻ ദിസ് പ്ലെയിൻ. ഫ്ലാറ്റ് സർഫേസ് ആണ്, അപ്പോൾ റോഡ് വേസും റെയിൽവേസും എല്ലാം ഉണ്ടാവും. ആൻഡ് മെട്രോപൊളിറ്റൻ ആൻഡ് ഇൻഡസ്ട്രിയൽ സിറ്റീസ് were situated over here in the northern plains. When all these things are there, where do you think people will live? No doubt about it, people will be staying here. It was one of the most densely populated place. So what are the features of the Great Northern Plains? The largest alluvial plain. Why was it the largest alluvial plain? Because of the deposits of the major Himalayan rivers, river Indus, river Ganga, and river Brahmaputra. It is also called as Indus Ganga Brahmaputra plain. It is called as the granary of India or the food bowl of India. നെല്ലിൻ്റെ കലവറ എന്ന് നമുക്കറിയാം. ബിക്കോസ് plenty of crops were cultivated like wheat, sugarcane, rice, all these things were cultivated here because of the fertility of the soil. There was plenty of roads and railway network system was there. Communication, transportation used to take place. Metropolitan and industrial cities were situated here. Naturally, it was densely populated. And the western part of this northern plain, listen carefully, these are the features of the northern plains. But in the western part of the northern plain, in the western part of the northern plain, as you have seen in the map, now you can look at the map. In the western, once again you see the map, in the western part of this northern plain, there was scarcity of rain. There was scarcity of rain. That's why Rajasthan was slightly a desert, and this desert region was called as Thar desert. Got it, my dear? In the western part of the northern plain, there was scarcity of rain. This place was bit desert area, like because of shortage of rain, and this place was called as Thar desert. Now, what do you think will be grown over there? Surely, shortage of water was there. So, what do you think? What would have been the natural vegetation? Like thorns bushes ആണ് അവിടുത്തെ നാച്ചുറൽ. ഡെസേർട്ടിൽ എന്തെങ്കിലുമൊക്കെ, ഇവിടെ നമ്മൾ പറഞ്ഞു വീറ്റ്, റൈസ്, കോട്ടൺ എക്സെട്ര എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു. അവിടെ എന്താണ് നാച്ചുറൽ വെജിറ്റേഷൻ വാസ് thorns and bushes. But they had crops. അവരുടെ ക്രോപ്സ് ഏതൊക്കെയായിരുന്നു? They grew crops like bajra, jowar, etc. Bajra, jowar പറഞ്ഞാൽ ചോളം പോലത്തുള്ള സാധനങ്ങൾ അവിടെ കൾട്ടിവേറ്റ് ചെയ്തിരുന്നു. വീറ്റ്, ബാജ്ര, ജോവർ പോലെയുള്ള സാധനങ്ങൾ അവിടെ കൾട്ടിവേറ്റ് ചെയ്തിരുന്നു. And is that clear, children? And the soil was salty. That is, the soil was salt content കൂടിയ ഒരു soil ആയിരുന്നു. Where? In the western parts of the northern plain. The content of salt was more in the soil over there. Here, if it is in the northern plain, the soil was alluvial soil, fertile soil. But in the western part of our northern plain, the soil had more content of salt in it. Clear, my dear children? Now, let us see the classification of the northern plains. The northern plains, I said, it was formed because of the soil was very fertile, I said. It was formed, because, why was it fertile? Because of the deposits of the major rivers. And in this northern plain, we have to know how did this plain get in, like which river has played a greater role, which river sediments has led to the formation of the plain. So let us learn this in detail. So the classification of northern plains, let us see in detail. The northern plains are classified based on the sediments deposited by different rivers. So already you know, my dear children, the northern plains, earlier what I said, dry and salty desert soil is found in the western parts of the northern plain, I said. Now we also need to know how this how these plains are formed. The northern plains are classified based on the sediments deposited by different rivers. Each river had a greater role to play in the formation of the plains. Punjab Haryana plain. As you see the map, you can see in the map, Punjab Haryana plain. This plain was formed by the deposition caused by river Indus and its tributaries. As I said, the northern Great Plain is also called as Indus, Ganga, Brahmaputra plain. So how was this Punjab Haryana plain formed? You can see in the map, Punjab Haryana plain engane form aayi? It was formed by the deposit of the Himalayan river Indus and its tributaries. Next is Marustali Bagar plain of Rajasthan. Rajasthan already I said western parts of, it is in the western part of the northern plain. And how did it form? It was formed by the deposition of the river Luni and Saraswati. And it has been river Luni and the long vanished river Saraswati. Only river Saraswati, it has already vanished. Next is Ganga plain. The third one is river that is Ganga plain. How Ganga plain was formed? Ganga plain was formed by the deposition of river Ganga and its tributaries. And finally we have Brahmaputra plain. To the, you can see it is the map, Brahmaputra plain of Assam. River, it was formed by the deposit of river Brahmaputra and its tributaries. River Brahmaputra and its tributary already നിങ്ങൾ കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ട്, ഓൾറെഡി ഇപ്പോഴും കാണാം. ടിസ്റ്റ, മാനസ്, സുബനശ്രീ എല്ലാ ട്രിബ്യൂട്ടറീസും കൂടെ ചേർന്ന് അവരുടെ ഡെപ്പോസിറ്റിലൂടെ ഉണ്ടായതാണ് ബ്രഹ്മപുത്ര പ്ലെയിൻ. സോ പഞ്ചാബ് ഹരിയാന പ്ലെയിൻ, river Indus formed by river Indus and its tributaries. മരുസ്ഥലി ബഗർ plain of Rajasthan. Rajasthan plain എങ്ങനെ ഉണ്ടായി? Because of the deposition of river Luni. Ganga plain, river Ganga and its tributaries, and Brahmaputra plain, river Brahmaputra and its tributaries. So children, this already, it is, so you know, 4 things are there. Punjab Haryana plain, Rajasthan plain, that is Marustali Bagar plain of Rajasthan, then Ganga plain and the Brahmaputra plain. Himalayan rivers and മൂന്നിൻ്റെയും അടയാളം അങ്ങനെയാണ്, ഇൻഡസ്, ഗംഗ, ബ്രഹ്മപുത്ര. അതിൽ എക്സ്ട്രാ വന്നത് രാജസ്ഥാനാണ്. മാപ്പിൽ ഓൾറെഡി നിങ്ങൾ കണ്ടു. So children, from the point of view of examination, this marking place will be easy. Once they had asked, Punjab Haryana plain mark ചെയ്യാൻ പറഞ്ഞു. So മാപ്പിൽ കണ്ട പോലെ അവിടെ ഷെയ്ഡിങ് കൊടുത്താൽ മതി. So children, with this I will be stopping. Next class I will be continuing with peninsular plateau. So once again, what did I say? Always have a positive thought. Believe that you can do. Always believe, yes, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. Focus on your destination, not the difficulties. Enjoy yourself. Be happy always. Always have a smile on your face and be happy. That happiness should be there. So my regards to all of you, regards to your parents. Love you all, my dear children. See you in the next class. Bye, my dear children.